Good day everyone, here's our math challenge for today. And here's our question. If 5 raised to x plus 5 raised to negative x equals 6, then what is the value of x? Now, if you want to try this problem, just pause this video. And we have 20 seconds and timer starts now. Time's up. Now, let's answer this question together. To answer this question, let's focus on the given equation. We have 5 raised to x plus 5 raised to negative x equals 6. Now, notice that we have a negative exponent. So, we can use some laws of exponent. If we have b raised to negative n, then it is equivalent to 1 over b raised to n. Thus, 5 raised to negative x is equivalent to 1 over 5 raised to x. Now, to make it simple, let 5 raised to x be equal to y. Therefore, we can replace all 5 raised to x with y. Now, at this point, to clear the denominator, let's multiply the whole equation by y. If we do that, we get y squared plus 1 equals 6y. Now, equate this to 0, or simply subtract 6y on both sides. So we have y squared minus 6y plus 1 equals 0. Now notice that this quadratic equation is not factorable. Therefore, we will use the quadratic formula. Namely, we have negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Now in our quadratic equation, a represents the numerical coefficient of the variable having a squared. So in this equation, a must be 1. b is the coefficient of y, and b must be negative 6. And c is the constant, or simply c equals 1. Now substitute all those given values to our quadratic formula, and we have negative of negative 6 plus or minus, we have b, we have negative 6 quantity squared, minus 4 times a, which is 1, times c, which is 1, all over 2 times a, wherein a is just 1. Now simplify, and we have 6 plus or minus square root of 32 all over 2. Now let's simplify square root of 32. We know 32 is just 16 times 2, and square root of 16 is just 4. So we have 6 plus or minus 4 times square root of 2 all over 2. Now let's use the concept of similar fraction. So the right hand side of our equation can be written as 6 over 2 plus or minus 4 times square root of 2 all over 2. Now simplify, 6 over 2 will give us 3, and 4 divided by 2 will give us 2. So we have 3 plus or minus square root of 2. Now take note that y is equal to 5 raised to x. So we can now replace all y by 5 raised to x. Now at this point, our goal is to solve for the value of x. Now to solve for x, we need to convert this exponential equation into logarithmic equation. So if we have b raised to n equals y, it is equivalent to y equals logarithm of n to the base of b. Therefore, 5 raised to x equals 3 plus or minus 2 square root of 2 can be written as x equals logarithm of 3 plus or minus 2 square root of 2, 5. Now take note that 3 is greater than 2 square root of 2. Therefore, we have two possible values for x. The first one is we have x must be equal to logarithm of 3 plus 2 square root of 2 to the base of 5, or it can be logarithm of 3 minus 2 square root of 2 to the base of 5. Now take note that 3 minus 2 square root of 2 is greater than 0. Therefore, this is valid. Thus, we have two possible values for x. So, if we have 5 raised to x plus 5 raised to negative x equals 6, then the possible values of x must be logarithm of 3 plus 2 square root of 2 to the base of 5, or logarithm of 3 minus 2 square root of 2 to the base of 5. And as always, we are done.